So please welcome to the show, Lady Gaga. There she is. Looking beautiful. Oh, my gosh. You know, the other day when we played Perfect Illusion, it's just, when I pushed the button, you know, the radio nerd kicked in, and I'm like, okay, here's a hit. Let's see what it sounds like. And I just got lost in the song. And they actually said, Elvis, wake up. They had to do this because I had my headphones on listening to the music because I hadn't heard it until we played it on the radio. It just sounds so good.
Thank you.
We're ready for the new album. When are we getting the whole album?
Really soon. I can't give you the exact date yet, but it's coming this year, and it's not very far away. And I'm actually going to be in the studio tonight with Mark Ronson, who, you know, I basically executive produced the whole album, oversaw the whole process tonight to continue finishing. So
right.
It's coming out.
He's been saying amazing things about it. Everybody's been asking. He's like, it's so good. It's so amazing. He loves it.
He's this wonderful, amazing, talented producer, and totally embraced me as a female musician. And we've been working for over 6 months together in the studio on the arrangements and writing, producing, as well as bringing in other people. We worked with Beck. We worked with Father John Misty. We worked with Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. We worked with Florence Welch.
It's working with, I love her. Her voice, by the way.
Woo!
I know. You know, do you have as much fun performing and having fun in life as you do collaborating with people, merging with the minds and souls of others in the business? That's got to be like a ball of fun.
It's so much fun, especially if that's what happens. What's not fun is when someone says they want to collaborate and I get sent like an email with a track, you know, send us back your melody. Let us know if you want to do this. We don't have time to meet up in the studio, but if you could just lay it down.
That's not collaborating.
That's not a collaboration to me, you know. So what's been great about this is, you know, for example, you know, with Beck, who I made, you know, this great dance song with, you know, which we didn't expect to happen. We just hung out for like an hour in Malibu talking, just shooting the breeze, you know. And at the end of it, I said, so, man, I don't know what you're doing the rest of the night, but we have a bunch of guitars. If you want to play my Hummingbird, Mark just got me. We can go in the live room. I'll get the piano going. We've got a mic up. Mark can play some bass. You want to just jam for a minute?
And that's how it happens.
And that's just how it happened.
That's how it should happen, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think this controlled, all right, let's choreograph our time with this producer. It sounds like it's just, there's no art to that. That sounds like a meeting, you know?
It's like, I don't even know if it's choreography as much as the people involved not putting the creative process first.
Right.
And somehow there's other things that are more important that for some reason they don't have time to be in the studio or figure out a way to have a meeting of those two people. But, you know, if you don't meet in the room and look each other in the eye, I mean, I can't even tell you, Florence and I, when we were working together, we cried, we laughed, we hugged each other. The song that we wrote together, I wish I could tell you the name of it. Can I tell them the name of it? Okay, it's called Hey Girl.
No, please don't tell us the name of it.
Okay. No, I just looked over at my manager.
It's called Hey Girl?
It's called Hey Girl.
Right.
Yeah, and so the lyrics of it in the beginning are, I say, hey girl, can you hear me? Are you holding out your heart? And then she sings to me, hey girl, do you feel me? Sometimes I go too far. And I say, hey girl, it ain't easy. I know it's pulling me apart. Hey girl, don't you leave me. Hey girl, don't you leave me. Hey girl, we can make it easy if we lift each other. We don't need to keep on one up another.
Fantastic.
Wow.
So that's the song. And so, like I said, like you just can't write, I don't feel like you can write a song with lyrics that, you know, really capture the relationship between two people unless, you know, you have a real human connection. Someone asked me once what they, or many times I think, what I thought it meant to be an artist. And I said, what I think an artist needs essentially more than discipline or even talent is a perspective. So if you are always changing what you do based on what other people say, you completely lose yourself and you become just, you know, something that's constantly affected by what's around you as opposed to stable and your own and like autonomous in your identity.
So many things have happened since last we saw each other. I mean, the song with Diane Warren.
Tony Bennett.
Which won an Emmy.
Exactly.
By
Hello.
the way.
Love her. By the way, Diane Warren writes the most beautiful love songs in the world. I've never heard such foul language from one human being in my life. She's fantastic. Love her.
Unbelievable.
Of course, gosh.
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
I saw you in concert with Tony Bennett. It was amazing. First of all, your costume changes alone were amazing, but you guys just sound so great together.
Gosh, do I love Tony. You know, he's my neighbor. Really? So he's my neighbor. I literally just got in my Mustang 2 doors down from him and drove over here.
I heard you came here in a convertible today with your top down.
Yeah.
Or your top up and your top down?
My top was down.
Okay, just make your...
But the car's top was up.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The other way around.
Your top was down. Your top was up. By the way, her parents are here. We have to be very guarded with what we say. We
No,
can't
you
get too crazy.
What do you think? My dad hasn't seen it. I think my father's. I think the jig is up.
A Star is Born.
Yeah.
You're working on that currently, or is it done? Is it in the can, as they say?
No, it's not in the can. We're currently working on it. And gosh, Bradley Cooper is amazing to work with. He's so talented. He's so fun. He's really my friend. And it's so good to have, someone that you're friends with that, kind of knows what your life is like and that's in the public eye. And the story of A Star is Born, which is a very classic story, really is kind of hinged upon, I think, actors and directors and songwriters that understand what it is to live a life in music.
Right.
And in show business. So it's kind of this amazing experience. It's soul searching. It's fun. And I'm going to learn a lot. I mean, I really want to become a better actress, so who better than to do that with Bradley?
In A Star is Born, are you guys bringing some of the original music back? Or is it new music? Is it music at all?
I'm doing the soundtrack. I'm the executive producer.
Are you doing Evergreen?
It's not a silent, abstract performance piece.
It's not black and white?
Maybe I needed to say that, though, because it's me.
Okay. But for instance, Evergreen, a huge song.
The album's just going to be an egg.
The song Evergreen from the original Star is Born.
With a star in it.
Do you do Evergreen?
I am not going to give away anything about the film in that way.
Damn it.
I want everyone to experience. I will say that
it's because your manager's in the room ruining it for everyone.
He was hoping you were going to do a duet today.
No. I did bring the lyrics and the music to Evergreen. Here, just hit it. Let me see how I can do it.
No, I'm not.
You're not. I don't want you to sing. I'm singing to you.
Karaoke version.
No, this is to you. This is a gift to you.
Oh, my God.
This is a gift to you. I don't want you to perform. I want you to relax and just let me give you a gift.
Oh, I'm relaxed.
Come on, bring up the orchestra.
What I want to know is if New York is relaxed listening right now.
Love, soft as an easy chair.
That's beautiful, Elvis.
Love, fresh as the morning air. One love that is shared by two. We're almost done. I have found with you.
That's beautiful.
Like a rose under the April snow.
April snow.
I was always certain love would grow.
Love would grow.
Love, ageless and evergreen.
Evergreen.
Seldom seen by two. You and I.
Why does this feel like the Disney version?
Each night of first.
I feel like Maleficent's going to come out and try to kill one of us and change my dress color.
Beginning. Well, anyway, I want to give you a little part on my favorite song. This is why I can't wait for this movie to come out. When will A Star is Born be out? Do we know?
First of all, that is not the way that the music's going to sound exactly. That was not a snippet.
That was not a cut.
But I'm so excited. I will tell you that when I've read the script, I've been reading the script, obviously, and preparing, and I laugh, cry, smile, get excited, and like completely sob reading it. It's really beautiful, and it's new.
When you're trying to grow up yourself, when you yourself are trying to live your life and learn what the universe is throwing at you, at the same time, you have all these other factors coming at you that are brought on by your success as a musician, as an artist. And it's got to be, I don't know.
Well, here's what I would say. If I could kind of bring it back to my first single a little bit, just because I do think that every song on this album is completely autobiographical. Not that the others weren't. These are just, implicitly related, every single song, to actual things happening in my life, whether they, are metaphors or about a few different things. With Perfect Illusion, I think some of the way that you could understand how it feels maybe to be me trying to be human and also being a star it's so weird to say that.
I know.
Is that I'm a perfect illusion to so many people. And the truth is that it's very hard for me to have a human connection with others that I don't know, because they feel that they're looking at an image that somehow belongs to the world. And they've seen so many images of me, and I've given them those images, and I also am an illusionist in a lot of ways, in that I love to create things that are absurd and strange and to transform. So that's also part of what I've made. So it's not something I really can fully complain about. So what I've been doing for the past few years is figuring out how can I make a record that connects to people on a human level who maybe think there's no way that I could ever relate to something that Lady Gaga feels about life, or what she goes through, what her day is like. She's a, pop alien, or whatever, people think I am, And what I found making the record, and what Perfect Illusion is also about, is kind of saying, you know what? I still feel the blow, but at least now I know it wasn't love. It was a perfect illusion. I'm over the show, but at least now I know it wasn't love. It's saying that, it's okay that sometimes I have contact with people that I don't have a true love exchange with.
Right.
It's okay. That's just something I have to accept, because there's perfect illusions all around us, even on the internet, right?
No matter who you are.
No matter who you are.
True.
You just might not be really connecting with somebody because you found them online, or you saw a picture of them and they've changed it, or whatever.
Social media has totally turned us all into that.
Right. But then there's other times now that I can see what the real human connections are, because I've acknowledged that there are ones that aren't actually real.
When you were a little girl, you grew up listening to Z100, thinking, I want to hear my song on that radio station. And
so bad.
You used to record us on cassettes and come home and listen to them, and your mom and dad would say, turn that racket off, please.
Well, they wouldn't say turn that racket off. I would just be really late for school, and they'd come up and turn it off.
But you had these dreams, Gaga. You had these dreams of one day doing something. Have you done that yet? And part two, what are your dreams now, here on September 12th, 2016? Like, what are your dreams for the future now? Do you keep dreaming? Do you still have dreams?
You know what? I always had dreams to make music and to play out and be an entertainer and be on the radio. I could never lie about those dreams. I've always had dreams of being an actress in a big movie. I always wanted to be the leading lady for, a huge Hollywood actor. That was a dream of mine. I thought, I think I could do that. I think I could be a great leading lady. But now, and also a lot of what the album is about, and you'll understand more when you know the name of it. Honestly, my goals are to have balance in my life and to make all the people that are around me feel as equally important as my career.
These are your dreams?
Yeah, because
the other dreams you just mentioned seem to be coming true, or if not already have come true.
I feel that enough has come true in my life that I want to continue and keep working hard, but I missed out on years of spending time with my baby sister and years having dinner with my dad and seeing my grandma and my other grandma and my mom. I've missed birthdays. I care about being an artist, but I don't think it's really fair or nice to say that just because I have this high profile job that I can cancel dinner with my dad.
But maybe this will make you a different kind of artist as you shift into a life of one where you find balance. Balance is so important.
Well, you'll have to let me know because
call me up.
That's what this album, on this album, I would say I'm my father's daughter, I'm my mother's daughter, I'm my sister's sister, I'm my grandmother's, both of them, granddaughter, I'm my friend's friend. On this record, I closed my eyes and I envisioned who I would write the album for. I kept thinking, I kept seeing somebody. I kept telling Mark in the studio, there's this girl. I keep seeing this girl. And he said, okay, who is she? What does she look like? And I said, her hair is back and it's off her face and she's got no makeup on. And she's got some heirloom family jewelry, like maybe a cross from her aunt, and, her grandma's old engagement ring and maybe like a plaquette that has her name on it. And she's got one kid in one hand and a glass of Pinot Grigio in the other and one of those T-shirts that you buy from like Dwayne Reed or something, rolled up jeans, not an expensive outfit. And her other two kids running around her, right? And she's got no husband or boyfriend, maybe, who knows, and she's at my concert and she's standing in the way far back in the field with her kids running around and that glass of wine and she's just crying her eyes out in the middle, in like middle America somewhere. And she just feels like she knows exactly how I feel and that somehow I understand everything that she feels. I said, that's what I keep seeing. And I told Mark, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I just started crying. We were finishing up this song that we did. And he said, what's wrong? I said, I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. I've been writing this music for this woman, and I realized that it's me.
Wow.
I realized that woman is me. What I hear on the album of myself, which may not be what anyone else hears, which I always find funny. Sometimes I give interviews and say, oh, this is what the song is about or what it means to me. And someone's like, that's not what the song is about.
Right.
Or that's not what it is. But, it can be whatever to anyone. That's the idea. The idea is to make a classic, right? So, and a classic could speak to anyone. But on this record, I think some of maybe it's my Italian Catholic upbringing guilt a little bit, of being always wanting to be a good girl, and just being naturally rebellious. I realized that toughness about myself also has a vulnerability to it and that being tough is not a bad thing. And I'm from New York and I'm a little bit tough or very tough, right? And I've worked very hard. And I used to feel kind of bad about what a kind of tough chick I am. Why can't I just be a good girl for my family? And I learned that everything that my family's been through and that I've been through in my life has made me the tough person that I am, and that pain and that toughness is exactly what connects me to that girl in the field. To get into the music industry, you don't have to just find a producer with a hot track and write a big hot song. What you can do is really just practice your instrument and practice writing and actually just focus on becoming a musician and playing out and become discovered, because that's what Mark and I did. And now we're just putting around town in Hollywood and New York writing songs as if it was, 10 or 15 years ago. And that's the freedom in it. We don't have to chase finding the hot track because it's within us, the story that the truth is that we're really just two up and coming New York musicians.
And see, it just never changes.
Yeah, and it just never, will never change.
You always had that within you, but it took some special wiring to figure out how to get it up.